Hi. So I thought I'd try something different today and see how this works out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the questions that I normally go through on a day-to-day basis. As I've mentioned before, I have a personal rule of trying to answer any questions within 48 hours. And I mean, unless I'm sick, I'm going to answer, pretty much anything you say, unless it's snarky and rude, and then I'll just block and delete. But I try not to do that. I try to understand, pretty much where everybody's coming from. Having said that, I'm going to go over to my other screen. And first, I'm going to put something in chat because I'm actually doing this from my PC, which is a little bit different than what I'm used to. And I'm going to say, please leave me a comment. And there we go. All right, now I'm going to pop over to my other screen and I'm going to just, basically, this is what I do every day. I go through all of the comments and questions that are on my videos. And so I will not be able to see your question right now if you put one in, but I will see it as I talk forth. So going over to my YouTube studio, and there's a little section that shows me where everyone has left a message. So that's where I'm headed now. And I'm anxious to see what kind of questions I can answer today. All right, so I'm just clicking on comments. And so, of course, we always have a lot of really sweet ones. Leslie says, looks good. Thank you, Leslie. And then LOL says, I'm watching this now, so when I age, I know what I'm doing. Very cool. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and comment on these as I go. Very cool to be one step ahead of the game, right? Okay, Ruth says, and now if I mess up your name, you're just going to have to forgive me. With my name, it's easy. Everybody's messed it up my whole life. So if I mess up your name, I'm sorry. Ruth Brocklebank says, thanks so much. I've been wanting brows for so long, and you make this look easy. Thank you, Ruth. But I didn't always make it look so easy and struggle with eyebrows. And still to this day, I will still struggle with my eyebrows some days. It's just some days you just cannot get both of those suckers to match. And that's just the stinking truth of the matter. And it doesn't matter how many techniques, there's going to be those days when things are just not right. All right, Nancy says, great idea and looked great after you finished, but I gave up hair color and decided to let it go gray. My only problem is it won't hurry and turn gray. And I've seen a lot of people that are doing that are letting it just go completely gray. And that's a common complaint it seems like everybody has, is that it just doesn't happen fast enough. So, consider that if you haven't dyed your hair and you're just starting to. Now, I am actually late to the dyeing game, so I'm on the opposite spectrum of things. And I think what's great right now is that we're really in a place I don't know if it's in the world or just here in the States, but we're in a place where, people are embracing their gray, but that doesn't mean that it's for everybody. My advice is you do what suits you. So if you want to embrace your gray, go for it. I think people look beautiful with gray hair. As for me, I just started dyeing my hair like in the last year, and I've had a little bit of fun with it. And later on, I may go completely gray, but I've done that for so long. It's just old to me, and I didn't like the way it looked anymore. So I thought I would try something different. But good for you, Nancy. All right. I hope your hair gets gray faster. All right. I hope your hair gets gray faster. All right. So Sylvia, now know that whatever people comment here, I'm not going to know. This isn't pre-planned. So if somebody says something rude, I'm going to be reading that off too. So let's see. Nancy Davis says, great idea and looked great after you finished, but I I just did that one. Duh. Sylvia Kahn. Sometimes I do these, but with 2 lipsticks. I find a red lipstick has turned out too sharp bright for daytime. I rub a pink shade on top, then a little bit of gloss, and it turns out great. I do the same thing, Sylvia. That's a beautiful, beautiful idea. And thanks for commenting that. So then Ashley Delgado says, love it. Thank you, girl. And Sylvia Kahn says, I'm loving Wet n Wild blush lipsticks. Also undone cream blushes. Gives a nice natural look. Need to experiment with more cream products, especially getting older. Yeah, I love cream products. They seem to be really easy to work with for the most part. And although sometimes I have a little trouble just getting my blush lines right, I find that that's probably the hardest thing for me. So let me know if anybody has that problem. Holly says, beautiful. Thank you. Let me check back over and see what's going on. Okay, I'm seeing some comments here. So Rexanne, now I'm not even going to try your last name because I know I'll mess it up. My favorite eye primer. I actually have two. Are the one by Urban Decay, and then the one by Revlon. The one by Revlon is like $4. They seem exactly the same to me. So that's, yeah. And then there's the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Now, normally I don't recommend that you use a face primer for your eyes as well because they don't seem to work as well because you need something that's going to soak up the oils on your eyelids. But the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer for your face actually worked pretty good for my eyelids as well. So Melinda R says, what is the best eyeshadow application to bring out your eyes if you wear glasses all the time? So really, well, like right now I'm wearing glasses. You can see how dramatic my makeup looks today. But then, you know, when you put on glasses, it feels like it kind of stifles it. So I feel like just bring a lot of attention to your eye. I mean, if you want to wear lashes like I'm wearing, then you definitely don't want super long ones like this because they're going to touch the glasses and drive you crazy. So, you know, but it's nice to have some extra lash volume in there, no matter how you want to get it. If you're wearing lashes. So, because you definitely don't see as much, like you see my eyebrows and then everything else looks, you know, relatively tame until I take these off. So, and a favorite concealer. Now, I did a video yesterday where I showed how I use my, let me see if I can find it here. I'm sitting in the biggest mess. You just wouldn't even believe it. I am so disorganized. You know, I have my superpowers and organization's not one of them. And my hands are so slick. I don't know if I can get this off. Let me see if I can get it off. Oh. But I did a video the other day where, no, that's the wrong stinking color, where I used my color corrector as a concealer. And so that's my favorite concealer, is just to use my color corrector. And then if not, I'm using the one by Pharmacy. And I'll put my Pharmacy website in the comments so you can see it. Are you getting ready to leave, William?
Yeah.
Okay, love you. Be careful. Seatbelt. Take your driver's license. That's my last teenager. Okay, let's see. Now, the one that I like by Pharmacy is going to be on this website. I'm typing in here. If I can remember what it is. And it's the VFX Pro. And that is my favorite concealer because it doesn't do a lot of creasing. And then this one is by Saint. Now, I don't sell this one, but there is a link on my Stan store. The one by Saint this is a peach, like a peach color corrector. And I don't know if the color's coming through very well for you, but it's a peach color corrector and it's really, really thick. It's not like your normal cream concealer because it's thicker. It will crease up a little bit, but if you just use a little tiny bit just to color correct, it does a beautiful, beautiful job. In fact, I've used it before and it has actually, you know, and not even worn any makeup. So it can just be absolutely gorgeous. So Julie, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello from Kentucky, Melanie. Elf is great. Yes. Is it Melina? I hope it's Melina. That's pretty name. Okay. Melinda says, I love your makeup. Do you think liner on the bottom closes up your eyes. I think that it depends on your eye shape if it closes up your eyes or not. And that's really going to be based on your personal preferences too, because I've heard, for years that you're not supposed to bring in your eye makeup past like the middle section of your under eye, right? And so, but there are times when I do that and it's absolutely gorgeous. So you really have to not listen to all of the bullshit that you're going to hear and try things for yourself. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, whatever you hear, even what I say, because what works for me is not always going to work for everybody. So same with everybody else. So I try to keep my language very PG, but sorry. But I've also heard things like, if you put your eyeshadow down here, it'll drag your eye down. So, give it a try on a day when you don't have to go anywhere and see how it looks and see what you think about it. That's my idea. So, and it's possible that if you have smaller eyes that it may make your eyes look smaller. So that may be a possibility. So let's go back over to here. What else we have going on? So I usually spend a good hour every day answering questions. And that's usually just on YouTube. And then depending on what's going on TikTok, same thing. So, all right. So Cha-Cha says, gorgeous as always. Thank you. What color corrector is that? And I just talked about that. Actually, I didn't tell you that the color corrector is actually number 01. I didn't tell you that the color corrector is actually number 01. The lady says, Cha-Cha says she didn't see it in the description. Okay, now make sure that first of all, if you're watching on a television, you're not going to see a description no matter what you do. If you're watching on a mobile device, depending on the mobile device, you're either going to see 3 dots that are in the bottom right-hand side, and you tap on those, and then you can get to the description that way. And if you don't see that, you'll see a little arrow that points downward. Also on the right-hand side, tap that and it'll go to the description. So I didn't realize there were so many different ways to get to the description. So I know everybody's having a hard time. And I'll send Cha-Cha a link later. So Cornish Fudge, I always love these names people have. Cornish Fudge says, lovely, thank you. All right. Sunshine 716 says, what color corrector should you use for dark circles around the eyes? So we just talked about my favorite color correctors. Dark circles, you're going to, more than not, you're going to want a peach, a yellow, or a peach or a yellow. Usually peach is for general concealing, and then yellow is going to be for your darker brown colors. So how am I going to answer this one on here? I don't want to type all that. I'm just going to say I answered this on my live. How about that? And then what I'm going to do is give you that link to where you can get that color corrector if you want to try it. And I'm all over the place here on my computer. I'm going to go to my Stan store. And the Stan store link will take you to pretty much all of my different things that I have. It'll take you to my Amazon store. It'll take you to the link for getting information. Like if you want to look at the Saint Cream makeup, or if you want to do the color match, I believe that's on there as well. So if it's not, I can give you the link. So, okay. Heidi, hi. Hey, Camille, you look great as always. It's fun to watch you. Thank you. Greetings from Spain. Yes. And thank you very much. Okay. Bebop says, hi, CC. Do you find much difference between the way your makeup looks in the mirror? And absolutely, I do. Now, I'm not sure how clear it's coming across today. Sometimes my camera I've never used this camera, this one. I normally use my phone camera. So I'm not sure how clear this is looking right now, but I can tell you that I spend a lot of time when I'm doing makeup in front of this very dirty 10x mirror. So it does look different. Sometimes it looks really great here. And then I go outside and it's usually my eyebrows that are the problem in daylight. It's usually not my makeup. It's usually either my lipstick or my eyebrows. And I'm not sure why that happens, but I'll find that I'll go out and sit in my car and I'm ready to go to the store and I'm like patchy in my eyebrows. And I'm like, how in the world did that happen? So yes, it definitely happens. And then the other problem is like I'll have like the wrong lip color. Usually that's the problem. So I'll get out in the car and I thought it was very reddish in here with my lighting, and it's just normal everyday lighting. You know, when I go to the bathroom, it would look the same color, but I get in the car and I'm like, whoa, that's a terrible color. And I'm just literally looking for napkins to, you know, clean it off as fast as possible. So let's see. Hi, beautiful sunflower. Love. Okay. Love says, I think you're just amazing. Oh, thank you. And such an icon, and love interpreting what I have learned off you in my work when I'm applying skincare and cosmetics on my customers. Thank you. Oh, that's so inspiring. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sunflower says, love the look today. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to go back over here and answer some more questions. And if you have left me a question, I will definitely be rolling up on it here in just a minute. Have left me a question, I will definitely be rolling up on it here in just. So I'm just going to go through all of the questions and comments. So I got one from Monique's Beautiful Life Over 50. Love that. She says, nice. Thank you. And Sunshine 716 says, what brand of cream makeup and corrector do you use? It looks very pretty and natural. And I'm going to say that I answered this on my live. And the link for products is in the description. Links for products is in the description. So where are you watching from today? What's going on with you? Are you having an amazing day? I hope you're having an amazing day. So, I wanted to show you this wig too. Now, I have this on because my son handed it to me right before I actually came out here. I did a cool video today with my big pink wig that I'm in love with, by the way. But I have this orange one here. And so you've got to, if you haven't seen this, you have to see it. Have to see it. It gets a little warm, but I may do another funny video with this later. I don't always do like a dramatic look, but when I do, I want to do it, you know, once or twice a week and then not do it the rest of the week. Then I want it to be simple, easy makeup. So if that makes sense. And I'm not going to comb this or anything because probably going to snatch it off here shortly. I'm going to do some wig snatching in here. All right, let's see what we have for comments here. This does take me a long time to go through comments. And a lot of times I'm just sitting there, you know, with my husband's watching TV, trying to engage me. And I'm over here like, yeah, but you know what Lauren Adams said? Okay. It says, okay, so Lauren Adams says, so where does one with darker skin find one of the makeup palettes? So you will find one of those. Actually, the cream makeup palette like I used yesterday, they'll match it to your skin tone. And I think that they can pretty much do all the skin tones. I mean, unless you're just like that super, super gorgeous black or super, super gorgeous like porcelain, I think they can pretty much hook you up. So I will put the link in, well, the link's in the description. I'm just going to say answered this on my live, and that way we can get that done. Answered this on my live. Links in description. I should probably just copy and paste that sucker because I'm going to need it again. But I thought, oh, this will be fun to just come on and I'll try this out, doing this live and see if this is fun for anybody. And if it is, then we'll do it again. Because I'd rather be out here where I can just talk to you and sort of answer things one-on-one than ultimately typing away. So, okay, Christina Michelle says it's fun to watch the 20 or 30 somethings give skincare and makeup advice, but the real deal is to have someone my own age give skincare and makeup advice. You're the real deal. Woohoo! Thank you for the enjoyable and helpful videos. P.S. What is the name of your color corrector in the video? That is the question here lately. So, I think we know what I'm gonna say in response. Besides, thank you very much. And that's terrible. You think it's bad that I'm sending people to another video to get their question answered? Do you think that sucks? Tell me the truth. Does that suck? You're my people, so I want to know. If you think it sucks to get an answer like this, then please tell me. Yes, yes. Okay. So Sunflower says, where do you get your wigs? So this one was actually a gift. Somebody bought it for me because they wanted me to do an I Love Lucy look for them. And it did come from Amazon. And I was kind of surprised that it was so cute. So I think it was like a $20 wig. So it's hit or miss on Amazon with wigs, though. I do have some reviews of a couple of them that I like on my Amazon site. But like I said, and they range in price, and you just never know what you're going to get, I think, over there. I think it's best if you have a wig shop near you to go try them. Well, I don't know if they'll let you try them on, but this is getting, oh my gosh, hot. Tell you what, that's not going to work. I don't have hot flashes anymore, but that's what I was feeling like there for a second. All right, so Bebop says, I'm such a chameleon. That is so true. You have no idea. Your eye makeup goes so well with your wig color, Rexian says. Let us see you without your glasses. Here I am without my glasses. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit more dramatic. A little bit more dramatic. I was actually trying, I don't do winged eyeliner. And even when I'm going to do something over the top, like how this looks today, I cannot do a winged eyeliner. It's not going to work. My eye is too droopy and saggy. And so this was my trying to show somebody how I do it. And I may post a video about that soon. Melanie says, my face broke out from the Coera hyaluronic acid. Oh no. Do you use it every day? Perhaps I use too much or too often. I love your channel. Thank you, Melanie. So I don't know. I can use hyalur every day. I know that not everybody can tolerate it. So obviously if that's happening, maybe try to do it twice a week. Try to do it twice a week. Maybe just use a little bit, use a pea-sized amount and put it on wet skin and see how that does. So, and that's why sometimes I really hate to recommend things because there's always a chance, you know, that it's not going to sit well. And then, you know, I talked you into buying it or something and I don't like that. So with me, pretty much what you see is what you get. And I'm as honest as I can be about things because my name is my name, you know, that's what's important to me. Diane, hi. So Diane in Ohio. Yes, I'm so glad that you are here live. So awesome. Because we've talked a lot in comments. So that's been fun. Jill Johnson, hi there. I'm so happy to found your channel. I'm so fat. I'm so, oh my gosh, can't even talk. I'm so happy you found my channel too. Thanks, Melanie. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's just the way it goes. It's like I was saying in the beginning of the video. You know, people will recommend products that work for them, but not every product is going to work for everybody. So I hate that. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but and I think most of us are big Amazon shoppers. Most of us are big Amazon shoppers. And I've noticed here lately, like I'll buy some things and you cannot send them back. And I hate that because I bought this really stupid mirror I wanted to show you. Where did I put it? Right down. I got to show you the stupid mirror so you don't buy it. Because this really made me mad. Now I understand why you might not be able to send some you know, makeup products back, but come on, this is a mirror. Now, this is supposed to be, this is a rookie, don't buy this thing. A rookie handheld, acrylic handheld mirror, and it's It's supposed to be 10x on one side and 10x in regular whatever 1x on the other side. But when you look at it, it's all like wavy garbly. So don't buy this. Don't buy it no matter what, because you can't get your money back and it sucks. Okay, this is a it is a, what do you call it? A hair. It's not a hair. I guess it is a hair net, but it's actually considered a hair. Lord, what do you call those things? Let's see if I can find it. Ultimately, it came from, yeah. Okay, so they do call it a hair net. I was thinking, if you search wig cap, they've actually got them on Amazon, and I like these better than the type that are kind of like the nylon pantyhose, because they're a little cooler to wear. So if you don't want to wear your wig all day, that's a lot of help. Well, let's go back to some questions here. All right, so we got a lot of this best color corrector. All right. So Roseanne Aguirre. I bet it's Aguirre. Roseanne says, wow, your skin, no wrinkles at all. How do you do it? Well, I have wrinkles. That's I do have wrinkles. I do. Usually I think it's easier to see the ones here on the side, but I mean, obviously I have this big one here. I have all these fine lines all over my face. And you can improve your skin a little bit, because I was a smoker for 30 years. Woo. So I have all the lines, and I mean, I ruined my skin smoking and gaining weight and losing weight. And, but you can always improve your skin a little bit. So I do wear this, this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores in translucent, and that kind of gives you a little bit of an airbrushed effect. So I do whatever I can to hide wrinkles. Trust me. So let me just respond there. Denise Turner says, love it, on my 15-minute makeup video from yesterday. Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel like I have to reply to everybody. Like, I'm obsessive about it. And sometimes I'm like, okay. And here's how you know what kind of day I'm having. If you say something like, oh, that's beautiful, or thank you, or something, and all I did was like hit the like or the heart, I am so busy and covered up, it's not even funny. Because I really like to at least say thank you or something, you know. So what's the name of my brow powder? That brow powder is actually, my favorite brow powder is by Ellisy. And it's on my Amazon store. And my Amazon store is just www.amazon.com/shop/Camille Cower. And I love that brow powder because it goes on really lightly, and unlike a lot of other brands, and it's also waterproof. So once it's on there, it stays on there a lot better. So yes. So I'm probably just going to hit a couple more questions here, and then I'm going to go take a break because it's been a busy, busy day. And see what else I have for questions here. I try to check my questions like twice a day on most days. One's here. Susie says, wow, I love it, on the 15-minute makeup. Thank you. And I've got a lot of color corrector questions. Okay, so I'm going to send links on these, and hopefully I didn't send anybody too astray on my crazy comments that I was trying to do were on there. So let's see. Diane says, I did damage to my skin from sipping through a straw and sleeping on my sides. Oh, yeah. I'm guilty of all these things. I mean, it's like kitty cat, stop it. It's like, I stopped smoking cigarettes and went straight to sucking on a straw, every day. So I totally get it. And I sleep on my side as well. And I've got those. Have you ever seen those Frownies or the ones by Blum Body? Blum Body, and there's a couple of other ones that have them. And I'll do a video on. And they're these little stickers that you put on your face to kind of hold everything in place while you sleep. And sometimes those are really cool to use, and other times they're really uncomfortable. So for a makeup concealer in a spray or powder, Heidi says, what is best? That is a really great question that I don't have an answer for. I'm sorry. I really don't. And I don't have an answer because it's so personal, I think. I mean, I have my favorite one. It's by Pharmacy. I sell it. I love it. I like it because it's really thin, it's highly pigmented, and it doesn't crease up as badly. It's actually a formula that's supposed to not crease up as badly. Let's see if I have another one over here. I have used the ones by e.l.f. They're fine. You can actually get those to not crease up as well. I don't spend a lot of money on concealers anymore because they're just so disappointing. I do use my cream concealer by Saint, and that is really not a concealer at all. It's a color corrector. And I use the Demi 01, which is just an orange one. So, and that one you just use the tiniest little amount and it color corrects for you. And it looks beautiful on my shade of skin. So if you have a different, complexion, different skin tone, then it's not going to look the same on you. So that's why, 01 is not going to work for everybody. Absolutely. So I know that really didn't do a lot for you, Heidi. I wish I could tell you my absolute favorite, was something that you could run out and buy, but I think they're so much different. So I say that if you have a line that you like, stick with the line that you like, because if you buy a foundation and then a concealer from the same line, chances are they're going to work together really well, and it's going to help them not separate. So if you have a favorite brand, that's probably what I would look at. And I don't know if this is a thing anymore since the pandemic, but it used to be a lot of fun to go to the department stores where you could just, the women or the men, now, it's whatever, but the people that worked there knew everything about their products. So they knew exactly what worked together really well. And I love to buy from people like this. They are very well versed. They wear the makeup, they play with it all the time. And so if you have access to somebody like that, that is a very great way to do that. And and one of the reasons that I don't just pop out with, this is my favorite or this is my favorite on some things like that is because I remember watching this influencer, and she's somebody that we follow each other on TikTok and maybe even on YouTube. And somebody was, she was talking about her favorite concealer. And I got so excited about it because she really went on and on about it. And then I bought it. And it was terrible. It was the worst concealer I've ever had in my life. And I thought, really? And she's a makeup artist. How does this happen? So it's also subjective. So anyway, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. And I'm going to go take a little break and then answer the rest of the questions. And y'all have a great day. And I will talk to you soon. Oh, it's 9:30 in the UK. Okay, good night. Good night, Bebop. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.